Hey everyone, Sorry Now Rocks is here, and jeez, it's been a while since I actually made a video, but I'm back, and check this out. I got the Fearless Year of Shadow shirt, yes! And you know what? That actually goes with, let me get into the camera there. There it is, Fearless Year of Shadow. I actually don't know how well that's going to come out because I got a new camera, I got a new mic. And honestly, the mic is actually really good. I got it on low settings right now, but I've already tried out the sound and it sounds amazing. I really enjoy the mic. Now, the camera quality, not that good. I tell you, I got it on like 40 different lights right now, running up my light bill. But you know what? I need the face cam because I'm about to give my reaction on Sonic X Shadow Generations or Shadow Dark Beginnings, which is a mini-series anime that got released on the official Sonic the Hedgehog channel and Sega's channel, and they advertised the heck out of this before. I even got the special edition for Sonic X Shadow Generation, so I'm ready for PlayStation. So apparently there's going to be some exclusive stuff there that we also see. I don't know. Said I was going to try to record, maybe live stream some of the Sonic X Shadow Generation stuff, but we'll see what happens when that comes around. Right now, I'm on the Sparking Zero train. I want to just start uploading some battles from that, some online battle stuff, which probably won't have the face cam in it all that much because, you know, just how much effort it takes to actually run this thing. Maybe I should take off the Star Wars hat just keep the bald head. Like, oh man, look at that. Oh god, it's just reflecting off my skull. Yeah, I cut all my hair off, and it's absolutely disgusting. But we're just gonna roll into it. We're gonna go ahead and try to get into Dark Beginnings, and I'll give you my little analysis on it, what I think, you know, how well it's done. Now, this one's written by Ian Flynn, and if you haven't known about me before, you know, I like Ian Flynn. I spoke to him once before. He definitely don't remember me, but I think I posted about that on my on one of my posts here. Man, I think maybe the community tab on YouTube or somewhere at the DeviantArt or one of those places. And he's one of my more modern inspirations to write, next to George R. R. Martin and of course Tolkien and all these other big writers that I actually like. But I think Ian Flynn has a knack of taking something that can be mundane and actually turning it into something interesting, something awesome, something very creative. He can take something that's not so interesting and he can make it interesting, right? And he gives very good backstories on characters. He does a very good job at the way characters are perceived. I actually think that he knows characters really well. He knows personalities really well, and he just writes decent stories. I think everybody who's done the Archie stuff or IDW stuff has done fantastic jobs, and it's actually pretty good that a lot of them crossed over into the IDW stuff. So now we have Shadow Dark Beginnings, and like I said, this is written by Ian Flynn, and I'm just gonna tell you right off the back, I have not seen episode 3. I have not seen episode 3. That was a recent episode to come out. I have not seen it yet. I did see 1 and 2 when it dropped because I wasn't expecting to get my new camera around this time. I wasn't expecting to record anything. But here we are. So I'm just going to go ahead and give it a try here. So I have a video from GamerPrey. GamersPrey is actually the YouTube channel. I probably should have researched that before I, actually started to watch the video. And GamersPrey did a fantastic job of putting all the little mini episodes together in 4K on YouTube. So go check out his channel if you get a chance to. He actually has some good stuff on there. He made it a lot easier for me because I was actually going to take each individual episode and then just like put them together in like a little compilation myself. And I was like, I wonder if somebody on YouTube already did that. And of course, somebody on YouTube already did it. Somebody already had that idea. So thank you, GamersPrey, for doing that. So we're gonna actually watch your version that you put together. Thank you for that compilation. And all right, we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. I think that's a long enough intro. I've already talked about Sparking Zero, Sonic and Shadow Generations. I want to play it when it comes out. I'm looking forward to it. But for right now, let's go ahead and let's get into this Dark Beginnings. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Shadow and Maria. And I apologize for the camera angle here. This is the only way I can actually get some like really good exposure. Space Colony Arc 50 years ago. Forgive me if I talk over some of it. Like I said, of course, I'll support the official release. You have to see this! What are we seeing?
What's wrong?
Like I said, I've already seen episode 1 and 2.
It's lights.
It's the Aurora Borealis.
I thought it'd be appropriate to watch the whole thing again. It's just...
But up here...
It's such good quality, man. The voice acting is so crisp.
Maria.
Thank you. I just pushed it a little. That's all.
The low gravity...
You stood there for too long, Maria!
On a mission. You should know better than to exert yourself.
I know. You're right. But when it comes to the beauty of the Earth, I can't help myself. I can't wait for the day.
Yeah, until you get down here, you live here for 33 years.
I was created here. I don't know if there's a place for me on Earth.
There isn't.
Professor Gerald made me the ultimate life form. I should be the key to all manner of medicines. Curing you.
I like how that's Maria's calming mechanism, is just to like to run and hug him.
Are doing your best. I'm just as happy to spend time with you here while you both research.
And here he is! Here comes Emerald! That son of a gun! God, look at the animation on the fire, man. Jeez. If I know I said this before, and I actually said this on the official Sonic channel too, I wish that we could have an entire series like this. Gosh. Sonic Prime was fine. I mean, the story, we can argue about that all we want, how pointless it was. Almost like Sonic 06, but the animation. I can take Prime's animation, or I can take this one. I prefer this one, actually. Can you imagine if Sonic X was completely like this? Oh, that would be fantastic. And watch this transition right here. Watch this transition. God, the visual is so good. Showing not only a passage of time, but how fast Shadow is. Okay, I gotta be quiet on this part. Watch this, watch this. Oh! Oh! Get it! Gotta love visual storytelling.
This isn't right.
Also, the fight was just badass.
This is the Guardian Units of Nations. Prepare to be boarded.
I surrender.
Soldiers. They storm the Ark, destroy all evidence. But it's too soon. It's happening too quickly.
He just falls into space and hits the xenomorph on his way. God, that's such an old reference.
Professor, we must...
Even the sound effect of the loading of the gun is awesome. It's so good, man. I've seen this episode about 3 or 4 times. I had to keep watching it just to see if there was like anything I actually missed. And of course I was there when Sonic Adventure 2 came out and all this type of stuff, so... Been a Sonic fan since the 90s, so... Me and Sonic the same age, man. We the same age. Got so much. Gosh. I remember I was wondering who did the hand clap hit thing, but I guess that's Black Doom.
That was no mere nightmare.
Makes sense.
And it all began in view of the Ark.
The Ark. Looks so
Could he have
cool.
survived?
Still lingering up there.
That can't be. I need answers.
I also love how Sonic's has a more quiet, like, sort of speed boost when he runs, but Shadow sounds just like the crackling of, like lightning and thunder a little bit. Well, I guess lightning that you would say, because it's like a soft kind of crackle. It's very cool.
Tell that freak to stay away from me. Abe.
Now, mind you, the Commander and the original Shadow game back in 2005 did not have a name. It wasn't until the Archie series, and of course, Ian Flynn came along, he was given a name.
Right?
Maria,
It was Abraham Towers, if I remember correctly.
fine. It's just
Maybe in Chronicles he's also had a name, but I came later.
me using alien DNA. The Black Arms, he called them. The same DNA as this larva.
Just pokes it in the eye.
Heartless creature. I may look like a hedgehog, but I'm really no different than this thing.
Oh, I never noticed that. It actually got a little
Not
darker.
true. You have a big heart. It may be difficult for you to express it.
Like he was
but
just
I know that
going
deep
towards
down,
darkness
you
there.
really do care. About me. About everyone. What you do is
Bro got that
amazing.
anime Full Metal Alchemist hate back
I
there.
know you're having a hard time finding answers, but I'm certain you will one day. Then, you'll find even more people you can trust.
God, I wish they can really explore more of like Eggman's family and stuff like that. Um, I think Archie probably went a little wacky wacky with that story, but it still had a great backstory. I mean, it's based off of Sat AM anyway, but I'm glad they actually showed like, hey, there was more humans, and here's what happened to them and stuff like that. Hey, Omega! Believe it or not, Omega's a character I didn't really care about. I didn't care about him in Heroes and stuff like that. Yeah, I was more of a Gamma guy, but Omega's grown on me over like the past decade. And of course, Rouge.
What's your story?
I need
You can't beat
this
Rouge.
to reach the Ark. I have reason to believe the Black Arms have returned.
Well, you're out of luck here. This is just a supply depot.
I like how Eggman's face, notice how it's always looming in the background on certain shots, as if like, see like right here, as if like he's always kind of there, even when he's not physically. Very smart. Because there's some shots where that freaking neon Eggman sign should not be seen at all. Gosh, it's so good.
About this spacecraft, I can take you to a ship, but in return, you're going to have to promise to come to Sonic's birthday party. I'll take that as a yes. Now then, interested in raiding a gun base?
Alright, to the Ark. Let me go ahead and pause it here real quick. This is actually the part that I don't... Okay, there's something's going on in the background. What is happening? Okay, there's something weird going on there. There's some other video playing in the background. I don't know what that's about. Okay, so we're finally at part 3. I'm gonna have timestamps in here, so if you skipped all the way to this part, hey, how you doing? I'm going to be reacting to this for the first time. I have not seen part 3 yet. Like I said, this came out on Thursday, but I got my camera around that time, so I was like, you know what, let me just wait until I can record something, put something up on my YouTube channel for once. So here we go. This is part 3, To the Ark, the last of Dark Beginnings, at least until, I get the PlayStation version. And now I brought the limited run games edition, so who knows when that's going to come. Hopefully that comes eventually. Sega did have a partnership with them, so we'll see how that works out. But for right now, we're going to the Ark, and we're starting at exactly 8 minutes and 16 seconds. All right. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. Put it in full screen. So forgive me if I'm quiet on this one. Like I said, I haven't seen this. Oh, they actually are raiding a gun base.
So, G.U.N funded the research that created you. And when they got you, they sealed you away for 50 years.
Huh.
My point is, don't get too caught up on any vendettas tonight.
Gun is not my enemy tonight. Just an obstacle in my way.
I call dibs.
Omega, stop calling dibs. Let Shadow have one. He caught the missile. Oh my god. He's like, hey, another human! Who knew? It's been so long since we've seen humans. He didn't even let the flares stop him. It's pretty impressive those missiles are able to follow him even though he's using Chaos Control.
Chaos control!
Man. And did he save him? Yes! Yes, Ian Flynn. Yes, that's the Shadow I'm talking about.
I wanted to destroy it.
Yeah, but you would have killed him, Omega.
Shadow to Rouge. I'm in position.
Copy that and initiating launch.
A good thing Rouge knows how to work every single thing, every single computer ever. I know she works for G.U.N. officially compared to Shadow. So I guess they're fully going with Shadow doesn't work for G.U.N. He just like, he does little odd jobs here and there for him. So and they're not exactly all, they're frenemies, you know?
Omega, hurry! You have to take out those guns!
This is Commander Abraham Tower. All forces
Yes!
stand down.
You still remember all the stuff from 05. He's letting Shadow go. Abraham Towers too. Is that like Craig Smith?
Abe, I brought that intel you requested.
And aided in the destruction of
I hope that's not copyrighted.
assets.
Sorry, but Shadow needed some help saving the world.
If that's the case, despite all that's passed between us, he saved the world from Black Doom. He should have known I would have supported him if he asked.
When has Shadow ever asked for permission?
You could have talked him down, Rouge.
There's only one person who could ever do that.
True. And she was lost to us a long time ago.
Yo! The reference to Maria, him actually saying he would have helped Shadow. I knew it. I was like, Wachi. That's because that's all the way I would have done it. I was like, Wachi has it to where. So Abraham Towers, officially the name. They're bringing stuff from Archie back.
That life was taken from me long ago. I need to focus on the mission at hand.
Oh, I am so happy. I am so happy. I am such a nerd for this.
A threat lurks aboard the Ark, and I.
You gotta destroy it, Shadow! I mean, well, we'll get to play this part in the game, so it's probably gonna end here in a little bit. But that's how Shadow got to the Ark. And then, of course, the generation stuff happens with the time eater and everything. Okay, that's how it ends. It kind of ends unceremoniously there. Okay, so there it is. Sonic X Shadow Dark Beginnings. What do you think of it? I actually thought it was pretty interesting. I really like it. So the Gun Commander had more development here than he had in the entire Sonic X Shadow Generations Sonic and Shadow Generation Shot. And Shadow the Hedgehog 05 like the original video game. Now, believe it or not, I've actually never played the original game. I never did. Yeah, I did. I played like the little multiplayer with my buddy. This is when we still had, you know, couch co-op and all that type of stuff. I did some of that, which was okay-ish. The game just never like really grabbed me all that much, which is funny because I ended up buying Sonic 06 and well, we seen how that turned out. But let's be honest, if you was actually there back in 2006, the marketing for that game was crazy. It looked awesome. It looked like a next-gen Sonic, and then it's just, you know, we all know what happened. I don't want to talk about 06. But as far as the Shadow video game, I actually never played it. I watched recently, I think this was just like towards the end of last year, an entire walkthrough of the game, and every single ending, everything, which is why I actually know what happens in it, because like I said, I just never played the original. I just never had any interest. Sonic the Hedgehog with guns and stuff like that, yeah. I see the value of it now, but even now, I still don't think it's that great of a game. I don't know why. I'm just not interested in like the Shadow the Hedgehog game. I think I like the grittier story, and I like when Sonic does take a little bit more of a serious tone at things. You got the lighthearted stuff like Sonic Colors is great and all that, the Saturday morning cartoon stuff. That's how Sonic started out. But I really enjoy these sort of like more serious stories. I wouldn't say more mature all that much. I mean, these are some heavy stuff that they're hitting here, like the death of Maria, the grief of the gun commander, whose name is Abraham Towers. Thank God they finally got that Archie name. They put that Archie name in there, and they kept it. The depression of Shadow and him trying to come to grips with his reality and his loss from back then. Like everyone's rearing from that loss of Maria from all those years ago, and even the gun commander who's in charge now, who was a kid back then, wasn't part of Gun at all. Even he who's in charge of the same organization that killed his friend knows now that, hey, look, we were too hasty. They were obviously too hasty. Heck, even I messed up during Shadow's original game, why I wanted to kill him. It's just, it's so good. It comes full circle, you know. It feels like actual development. It's such a shame that it's almost been 2025 will be 20 years since that game came out. 20 years since Shadow's first game. And we're just now getting development for these characters and now seeing these characters again. And I really, really want to know what happened to the gun commander after Sonic Forces. I know it seems like Sega's putting all their lore together. Heck, they even got the moon destroyed. They referenced that. I couldn't believe it when I saw episode 1. It referenced the moon being destroyed. About time. So we'll see. We'll see what happens going forward. Exactly how well they're going to keep implementing these different story elements, these different story beats, and keeping the lore kind of intact and concise, because it seemed like it was all over the place, but it seems like we're finally starting to get on track to where they're just having a straight line of the actual lore. With it seems to be some branching paths. Probably might be some spin-offs here or there, but I'm pretty sure Sonic Dream Team and things like that are all canon. And of course, you have Sonic Rumble, which is I think it's already out or it's coming out. I don't know. I live in the U.S., so I don't see it on the store. Maybe it's there. Where Sonic Rumble is kind of like a spinoff. So mostly you have like sort of like party game spinoffs like that. But for the most part, they seem to be following a consistent lore. And this is exactly what I want. This is how they were doing before. For the most part, the games have their own lore and the comics have their own lore. But now it seems like the IDW comics are doing things after Forces but before Frontiers. It seems like we got confirmation of that. So this is the stuff that happened in between those games, and then eventually we'll get a time skip to after Frontiers, and then we can start filling in some gaps there. But overall, I like it. I really like it. Animation's good, writing's good, character. They finally got character development, lore consistencies, characters, personalities actually being fleshed out, world building, more world building around, you know, not just the characters, but like where the Ark is, how the moon is, you know, different places like that. They reference Eggman's base from Sonic Adventure 2, man. Come on. Like, I even forgot about that base. It's like, oh man, I gotta get on this plane. That's from Snapcube's, dub. But, gosh, it's so good. And I know people like sometimes jump on the inflame about making these references and whatnot. Even when he brings something new, I think if Sega keeps lifting some more restrictions, or they ease up on a lot of restrictions. I know Shadow had to be done a certain way, these characters had to be done a certain way. I think that we'll get much better written stuff like this. This is what we want as Sonic fans, especially the older fans. Now the kids, the younger Sonic fans, because every generation, every decade has their own, like, you know, Sonic fans or whatever. I started from the original Sonic the Hedgehog back in the 90s. That's when I started. A lot of people started with Shadow the Hedgehog, probably, I think. I don't know. Some sad people started with Sonic 06. I feel sorry for you. And then, of course, you got a newer generation. I started with Sonic Mania and Forces and all this type of stuff, or Sonic Lost World, and then you got the Sonic Colors, and all these different games. Sonic Unleashed, a lot of people started with that. So, for us older fans who is used to like all the dark stuff and everything, and all the wackiness that Sonic can do, we very much appreciate this. This is what I want. This is the consistency that I want, and I can eat this stuff up all the time, man. Give us more, Sega. Give us more. All right, that's it. I think I rambled on long enough. I'm going to try to edit this video, throw some music in the background, so you won't be too bored, especially about seeing same camera angle here. I'm probably going to cut down on some stuff, but we'll definitely be back here on the channel, starting to do some more things, playing some more video games, probably reacting to more stuff, or I'll just make some face cam gameplays or anything like that, or probably not the face cam. I'm probably going to use the mic, but probably not the face cam. We'll see. Either way, I'm glad you was able to come and check out the video, check out my YouTube channel again. Have a look around. I got some Kingdom Hearts stuff going on. I'm going to be uploading some more Kingdom Hearts stuff. There's still some battles I got to do and some compilations I want to upload. So until then, thank you guys for watching, and I gotta go watch Dragon Ball Daima. Catch you later.